So in Canva you've got a range of options for creating a design. You should see these things at the top here. So these are kind of your starter templates. So you can create a Pinterest graphic, which as you can see has these predetermined dimensions here. You can do a general square social media graphic here, which is 800 by 800 pixels, or one of these other options here. And you can also click the More button as well, and that will give you loads more templates as well for all different shapes and sizes of things, which is really useful. But at the top it should give you kind of a popular design types area, which have like Twitter post templates, Facebook posts, Instagram and just general social media posts, and Pinterest, which are all obviously important for making social media template graphics. So I'm just going to start with a square one for a minute just to show you. So it's going to open up with just a blank template here for a minute, but the awesome thing is about Canva is it comes with loads of pre-made layouts. So you've got these here on your left hand side, and you can just scroll through, and most of these are free. It has the little free icon down there in the bottom. So you can actually just pick any of these and customize them to however you want really, which is really cool. So if I pick this one here, if I just click on it, it automatically just adds the graphics here to this template. So to edit any of the text, you just literally click on it and you can start typing away just as you would normally. It also has some text options here at the top, so here you can change the size if you wanted to. You can also change the colour as well in case you wanted something brighter. And also obviously the font. So this is how you can really start making it look less like a pre-made template as well, is by just changing the font. And Canva does have a set of fonts that you can use for these templates, and this is with their free version as well. I'm on Canva for Work, which is the premium version of Canva, which is about £10 a month, and that allows me to add my own fonts, so I can upload any fonts that I want. But even just with the free version you get all of these options, which is really cool. So you can totally change the font to give it a whole new look. In terms of moving things around or changing other things, you can literally just click and drag on different elements. So that's kind of like a text element there, and then there's this little quote mark icon graphic, which I can just click and drag around to how I want. This is text as well, so again you can edit it and change the colour. You can change whether you want it all caps or not. You can change the spacing of the letters up here, which can give a whole new feel to any different font as well. And you can also change transparency, which is pretty cool sometimes, so that just fades it in and out of the background. This is more of something that you might use with if you had a background image or something behind it other than white. But yeah, so that option is there as well, and obviously you've got sort of arranging, sending it back behind different layers and things like that. So yeah, that's all to do with the text. Then you've got this kind of background circle here, and this is actually made up of two circles as far as I can see on this template. So we've got sort of just an outline of a circle, which you can change the colour again by clicking this button, change it to anything you want, and the circle behind it as well is just like a solid circle, so you can change that colour as well if you wanted to. And then the great thing about Canva as well that I really like is it has these guides that appear, these sort of purple lines that are appearing as I'm lining this up, which helps you to easily make things centered and make things line up really nicely. So then if I just click this background, you can see this is actually kind of like a stripe pattern. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing there. So yeah, so I can move this around, and it should just be affecting the colour of these lines if you change the colour. So if I change it to something like that, it looks terrible, but yeah, just to show you, that has changed all the black lines to green. So yeah, that's a really easy way to get started with social media templates, is just to use one of Canva's pre-made templates here, and if you wanted to use a different one, you can replace everything and select a different template if you want to. So that's really cool. It's got all these pre-made layouts that you can use and start editing away. But if you want to do something that's a little bit more personalized, what you can do is either have a designer create a template for you, or just create your own templates. So if I just exit out of this, so here I've just loaded a previously made template that I have created for my own brand to use on Instagram, and I've just created this myself, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. But sometimes a designer might send you a template link, which you can get by going to share and going to link, and then you can, that's how you would create a template, is by giving people this link. So if you ever receive one of these, it will just automatically open the template in Canva for you, and you can start editing away. So literally just click on the text and make any text edits there. You can change the sizing as well if it doesn't quite fit and things like that. So that's really cool. So you can have designers or people who you hire to create templates for you if you don't want to do it yourself, or you can do it yourself, and I'll show you how to do that now. So if I just go back to creating a blank template here, so yeah, you're just starting afresh. So what you need to do, instead of being in this layouts tab here on the left hand side, you need to go to elements, and then let's say we want to start out with a coloured background, for example. We'd click on the shapes tab here, just click a square, and that will just land a square right in the middle of your template there. You can also click and drag and change it so that it's not actually a square. But for a minute I'm just going to be dragging it over so that it becomes the background, and then you can pick a colour, any colour you want, and then you can start adding things on top of that background colour. Alternatively, if you didn't actually want just a flat colour as your background, you can also upload images, any images you like, into Canva as well. So you just click that upload button and you can add any image you like. So if I just click on that and click the delete button, I can click on any of these images that I've uploaded, click and drag it so that it covers the background, and then you've got a nice image background as well. Of course, if I then put text on top of this, it might actually be a bit hard to read. So what I like to do often is create sort of an opacity layer to go over the top. So I'll click on shapes again and create kind of a background that goes over the image background, and for a minute that's covered it, but there's this transparency option that you can use in Canva. So if I just scroll that down, then you can still see the image behind it, but it's just creating kind of a transparent layer of colour, so that if I put text over the top, you can still see the image behind, but you can actually read the text properly, which is really good. If I wanted to add something a bit more interesting to this, you could do something like creating a pattern. So click maybe the lines icon, for example, and scroll down, and they've got a few patterns here that you can kind of customize yourself, and they've got lots of different kind of arrows and icons and things. But so I wanted to do kind of like a stripe thing. What I can do is just click and drag to expand this until it becomes really big stripes. And if you want to copy anything, you can just click that copy button and put it down here. Maybe change the colour. That's kind of like just added a new kind of layer and graphic idea to the whole template. So that actually looks crap, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to add any other elements, you can click on any of these, like the illustrations even, you can add something like that, and or an icon. They've got loads of free icons that you can choose as well. So yeah, you can kind of create your own patterns too by just like clicking on these, resizing them, clicking copy. There's also this little arrow here which means you can kind of move it around, so you can kind of do this with anything you want really and change the colour of each to create your own pattern in the background if you wanted to. So what I was just going to do was just add a text overlay to the top of it to show you. So you've got these texts, this text tab here that you can either add some sort of pre-designed text layout here, which again is awesome. So you can create your own customized versions of these if you want. So that's a pretty cool look. So we can just change the colour of the various elements once it's put it onto our template. And then you can resize it and do everything you want with it really. So that makes it even easier to create your own kind of templates. But if you didn't want to use one of these pre-made text layout things, then you can just click these add headings here and completely customize the text and do layouts for yourself there as well. So if you wanted to maybe add like a border or something like that, a lot of things like borders and kind of circular backgrounds and things you'll just find in the shapes tab, so you can scroll down and find this square border here. So you've just adds I don't know, a bit of interest to having the image background and the text and things like that. And then yeah, you can just add loads of different elements to create your own unique template. Once you have created something that you want to download and then upload to social media to share, what you first need to do is make sure that you've actually saved all the changes that you've made in Canva. So you can see here it says unsaved changes. So in order to make that say saved, you just click File, and you can see even just doing that has prompted it to save all the changes you've made. And then you just need to go to Download and click download. If you are sharing it just on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, a PNG file is always the best, so you can click download. You can also make things like PDFs and things like that in Canva, so that's why it gives you these options. But for now you just want the PNG version. If you wanted to share it as a template with someone else so that they can edit it as well, you can click share. And then click on this link button and make sure that that's set to so that people can edit it, and then you just click copy and send that link to whoever you want. And that's how I create templates for clients as well, so that they can just create a free account on Canva and edit away. They don't need Photoshop or anything, so they just need that link and then they can edit it like I showed you just now. So yeah, that's how to create really simple easy social media graphics on Canva. And you can do this not just with the square layouts, as I said, you can also do Pinterest graphics, Facebook posts, Twitter posts, anything you like.